Hello everybody, welcome to our next series of our classic journey through Azeroth. As you can see, Valenfor has now hit level 10. Unfortunately, nobody came back on my first video with ideas or comments or thoughts on what they would want me to create on the Horde side, so I'm parking that for now and we are actually going to create one ourselves. So, excuse me. Now, we started as a night elf, as you know, as a hunter. So hunters on block, and in reality, I wanted to be questing more in the Eastern Kingdoms than in Kalimdor, because obviously Kalimdor we're going to be discovering as Valenfor. But that kind of limits us in terms of who we can play as on the Horde, because the only one that starts in the Eastern Kingdoms is the Undead. And I'm not entirely sure that I necessarily want to be playing an Undead. I did kind of possibly fancy an Orc or maybe a Troll, but I'm not sure at the present time. So I'm just going to have a little think whilst we're in this section. Now, we've played as a rogue with Serenalil, we've played as a monk with Tembok Barley, we're playing as a hunter, obviously with Valenfor, so I don't know whether to have a crack at perhaps playing a warrior. A warrior could be a good one. It will enable us to get in a fair few dungeons, I would have thought, if we decide to play in dungeons, that is, of course. Or we could try our way as a healer, though healing is actually quite difficult when you go through the game, because obviously your damage is limited. So I think it's probably going to be a warrior, but the question is, do we go with a orc or a troll or a Tauren, of course? Now I know Tauren has the ability of stomping, which stuns. It also has maximum health increased, also herbalism skill increased, which could be useful. As a warrior, ideally we would want to be going blacksmithing and mining, but at the same time we could also go down the route of herbalism, which obviously we would benefit from this, and also alchemy, the ability to make potions, which would also be good as well. The other thing we could do is, instead of being a warrior, we could play as a druid. Now, what would that give us the benefit of? Well, playing as a druid would give us the benefit of being able to play a number of different roles. One could be a caster, one could be a tank in bear form, one could be like a rogue in cat form, and then finally you have the Boom King form, which I'm not overly keen with, to be perfectly honest with you. So I'm a little bit unsure at the moment on what we should play. What does the Orc benefit with? May enrage, increasing damage but diminishing ability to heal. Resistant to stun effects, that could be good. Damage done by pets increased, well, we're not playing another one. Skill with axes is increased. Or Berserk, increasing attack and casting speed. Regeneration is increased. Damage increased versus beasts. And throwing and bow weapon skills are increased. I think, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, it's got to be a Tauren or an Orc. And actually, I've never played as a Tauren, so maybe we play as a Tauren. Let's do something different. And I don't know, what's a decent Tauren name? I don't want to be a noob and end up going for something stupid like Muzilla. I don't know. Let's have a look. Right. Skin. I don't know. Yeah, why not this one? And then, yeah, maybe Horn style. Yeah, that looks kind of cool, I guess. Horn colour. Maybe these sort of ivory-based horns. There you go. And facial hair. Yeah, okay. I guess that looks kind of cool. All right, so, I could, well, bulldozer, no. Bullion. I like bullion. Oh, of course, it's already taken. All right, let's go with Horniger. Horniger? No, I don't like that. Oh gosh, this is more difficult than it needs to be. Bulltoan. Bulltoan. There we go. Bulltoan are level 1 currently. Warrior. Let's crack into it here. Here we go. On the Tauren Horde side. Let's see what this is all about, shall we?
Once a nomadic people, the Tauren roamed the endless plains of the Barrens, hunting the mighty Kodo. Scattered across the land, the wandering tribes were united only by their common hatred for their sworn enemy, the marauding Centaur. Seeking aid against the Centaur, the great chieftain Cairn Bloodhoof befriended the savage orcs who had recently journeyed to Kalimdor. With the orcs' help, Cairn and his tribe were able to drive back the Centaur and claim the grasslands of Mulgore for their own. Upon the windswept mesa of Thunder Bluff, Cairn built a refuge for his people. Over time, the scattered tribes united under a single banner. Though the noble Tauren are peaceful in nature, the rites of the Great Hunt are venerated as the heart of their spiritual culture. As a tribesman of Mulgore, you must test your skills in the wild and prove yourself in the Great Hunt.
Just seen there's someone called Beef Daddy. Oh my days. Greetings, Bulltoan, and welcome to Camp Narachi. News of your arrival spread quickly among the tribe. You have a promising air about you and will prove yourself to the tribe. Perhaps someday soon you will be welcomed into the great city of Thunderbuff, but before that can happen you must prove yourself to my father, Chief Hawkwind. Up here on Red Cloud Mesa, we pride ourselves on keen hunting skills. Tauren hunt out of necessity and for sport. Our supply of meat has run low and we require feathers for clothing. Hunt the nearby plain striders, and prove yourself by resupplying the village.
Ancestors watch over you.
Okay, I can do that. Well, I can do that. So, let's very quickly get our interface sorted out here. Auto loot on again. Yeah, status is done. That's fine. Social, no, fine. Right, okay. Show left, show right, and there we go. Turn. Okay. So he wants me to go and take out plain striders. I didn't quite recall which direction they're in. Hunt the nearby plain striders. Alright, so it's these ones here. I'm not bothered by auto attack. Let's put that there.
Not enough rage.
And we're already in battle stance. Some plain strider meat. So as a warrior, I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna build this. I did have a warrior back in Classic as well, Shania. That was my warrior, and I did a fair bit of blacksmithing on her. So I've got I'm familiar with blacksmithing, hence why I said maybe it would be a good idea to go alchemy and herbalism. More so because we can actually gain ourselves some trinkets, and the stuff that you can make in essence with blacksmithing. There's not much of it that's bind on pickup. When you've made it, most of it is bind on equip, which means that we can just, if needs be, buy it on the auction house. So I think it makes sense to perhaps go with alchemy. You'll be able to build or make some alchemical trinkets and things to be useful. Let's get cracking. So when soloing, I know that most people that play warriors go with the arms route, which is the dual wielding. In all honesty, I'm more than likely going to go down the route of the two-hander. Although if I look at the talent tree and it's anything like I'm remembering, then in actuality we might not even go down that route, and we may go down protection, because again, from what I recall, if you build your protection warrior correctly, I'm just going to chuck any old armor on at the moment. Yeah, if you build a protection warrior correctly, they can actually out damage the arms and even the fury warriors with things like sword and board. Though again, I'm not sure if sword and board is in this version or whether I'm thinking of talents that were introduced during Burning Crusade. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's just enjoy this. This is obviously my first ever playthrough on the Horde side from Classic's perspective, so I have absolutely no idea where I'm heading, what I'm doing. All the more reason that I really must ensure that I am reading everything that is being told to me. So, quest done.
Greetings.
Providing meat and feathers for the tribe is the first step in proving yourself as a hunter before the chief. Tauren of Narachi, thank you, Bulltoan. Sorry, you show much promise. Let's go with the painted gloves. Simple note. Just a moment ago, a messenger was looking for you, Bulltoan. I believe she was sent by the warrior trainer Harrot. If this note is from Harrot, I wouldn't take long in reading its contents, okay?
What brings you here?
And a Tauren skilled in the ways of the hunt knows that his prey is not for mere trophy. The beasts of the plains provide us with a means of survival. You will make quite an impression on the elders if you can bring back some highly valued mountain cougar pelts. You can find the beasts lurking in the hills to the south. Our children need clothing and our tents need mending.
Go in peace.
Okay. Let's read our simple note. Many tribes claim that it is a gift to be blessed with the aptitude to use magic or to talk to our ancestors, but you should know this as well, warrior. You are just as gifted. Some do not have the strength in their arms to wield mighty weapons. Some do not have the skill to parry a blow from an assassin, or to even suffer the physical punishments from an arcane spellcaster, but you do. You are strong, and I will help you become stronger. Find me in Camp Narachi. Okay. Well, the messenger didn't have far to go, did it? Hi.
What brings you here?
All members of the tribe share in the harmony of life. We live together and work together. Our commitment to one another carries with it a high degree of responsibility. I ask of you now a humble task. My mother set out this morning to fetch water from the well to the southeast of Narachi. It's been quite some time now. Perhaps you could check on her for me while I attend to tribal matters here.
Be careful.
Of course I can.
Hail.
At last you've arrived, warrior. I did not lie in my note, Bulltoan. We are a special breed also, not unlike the druids or shamans of our tribe. You are just as important. We are the ones called upon to defend our borders, to hunt the centaur and go to war. Each of us plays a role in our tribe. Each of us must also go through all the same rites. Do not ever let your pride tell you otherwise. I remain here to train you warriors that seek the glory of battle and who follow the ways of our old ancestors. When you feel ready, come back to me and I will do what I can to train you further. Go with the tribe's blessings, Bulltoan.
Farewell. Well
Okay, well I would take my first whatever that was, but unfortunately I have no money, so...
It's too expensive.
What do you mean it's too expensive? Because I don't have any money yet. Right, let's sell all the food and whatnot. Let's do that. Let's put on our gloves. Let's head back and we'll get our first warrior skill. Which was Battle Shout, I believe. Okay, thank you. So we're going to whack Battle Shout there. And also, I want to put War Stomp there. Now that gives us the ability of stunning. So let's just ensure we're doing the right things here. We've got Mountain Cougar pelts, which I think were in the hills to the south. Yes, they were. And this one, southeast of Narachi. Southeast, which is this way. And I think that might be the well over there. And no doubt we're going to have to go into Brambleblade Ravine at some stage. Oh, there we go. Hello, Great Mother. You travel all this way just to keep help an old woman? My, aren't you a keeper?
May the eternal sun shine.
I've travelled many paths through life, and these old legs lack the vigour they once had. I can still perform my duties to the tribe. Sometimes it just takes an old woman a little longer to do the task. But you look like an eager warrior. Let's put some of that youthful vitality to the test. Take a water pitcher from the well and bring it to my son, the chief, in camp. Remember that even the most humble task can gain the recognition of elders.
We shall meet again.
Okay. Little bit backwards forwards at the moment, but that's fine. I suppose one benefit of us going down the protection route in terms of the warrior itself will mean that we can actually get into dungeons fairly quickly, but it does put the onus on us to be a good tank. Something that I was fine with when I was playing with friends, but not so happy with when you play with randoms, especially ones that tend to run off. So I'll have to see how I get on with that. But anyway, you carried this picture back to at the Great Mother's bidding, I see. Your willingness to help others and providing for the Tauren of Camp Narachi leads me to believe you would make the tribe proud in Thunderbluff someday. Your willingness to perform a humble task for the Tauren of Narachi and your eagerness to learn are noble traits, Bulltoan. I believe one day you will be heralded in Thunderbluff as a warrior of greatness. Before that, you must embark on the rites of the Earth Mother, of which there are 3. First test is the rite of strength. Travel to Seer Greytongue and tell him Chief Hawkwind has sent you. You will find the Seer's abode directly to the south of Camp Narachi, tucked away in the hills. Okay. Well, good job, because we actually have to head this way in order to kill some cougars, and I've got a feeling, I reckon his place is probably there. Do wish I could put roller skates on this guy. Anyway, this is cool for me and for everyone else watching at home. This is a whole new experience for me, not playing or having played on the Horde side at all. But I can tell you one thing that is going to be important for us is to ensure that we get all of the weapon skills. Warriors can use anything and everything under the sun, barring wands, I think. So yeah, one of the things that we're definitely going to have to do is to pick up some more skillage, some weapon skills. Okay. Also, we've got the benefit of being able to wear mail right off the bat, upgrading to plate at level 40. That's another one. And you never know, it might be fun to actually get into some battlegrounds on this character whilst we're leveling up as well. Only because you can actually end up wrecking quite a few. If battlegrounds I've played in as Alliance has taught me anything, coming up against the Tauren and their war stomp, oh my gosh. An annoyance is an understatement. Just constantly being stunned left, right and centre. Right, there we go. Oh, I didn't actually get a pelt from him, that's annoying. Right, let's go and see what this guy has to say for himself.
What brings you here?
Chief Hawkwind sent you. Embarking on the Rite of the Earth Mother is no small task. The rites of the Earth Mother are steps the young Tauren needs to take to gain respect in Thunderbuff. First you must pass the Rite of Strength. In this test you must prove your bravery by slaying enemies of the tribe. Bristlebacks of Brambleblade Ravine to the east are encroaching on our tribal lands. They ambush our hunting parties and steal from the village by dark. Show your valour by slaying the villains and return to the chief in Camp Narachi with their belts as proof of your deeds.
Ancestors.
He expects me to come back with 12 belts. Excuse me. Dry throat. Okay. Well, since we need to head this way, let's get rid of these last few cougars. Wait, who's this guy? Oh, he's a troll.
Not enough range.
Not entirely sure what this troll is trying to do, but we'll wave at them anyway. And then embark on our quest.
I don't have a target.
Mm-hmm. 2 more. Eventually I'll get the likes of Taunt and Charge. Charge would be a nice one to have. Closing the gap. Now, with that, similarly to our night of playthrough, where if you've been watching Valenfor, you'll have noticed we died a fair few times in the sort of call it starting area, the sort of the area that you first begin in, Teldrassil. There's been quite a few deaths already. That was the part and parcel of the experience back along. Now, I'm hoping that we don't necessarily run into the same situation whilst playing as this character. It would be really nice if we could actually get to, say, level 20 without even one death, but the likelihood is pretty low because of the nature of how Warcraft was first made. It was very sort of group dependent, even on the solo quests. I mean, you could play the whole game solo, obviously, but at the same time, the idea was that, of course, the idea was that you should be grouping. Now, am I going the right way here? Just quickly, because bristleback belts aren't on any of these things, and these just appear to be boars. All I can say is I hope I'm heading in the right way. Yeah, so when you play as, say, a human, you ended up you end up meeting murlocs, little fishy people that go and that's a bad impression of a murloc, but anyway, those murlocs could kill you very quickly, and you got set upon fairly quickly as well, and yeah, died quite a lot when it came to the murlocs. And as I say, got a similar situation with the Night Elf area, particularly the Bannerthil Barrow Downs, Barrow Den rather, whatever it's called. Have you got a belt on you? You do. Fantastic. No, they just look like normal pigs. So I'm wondering whether we're going to be in a similar situation on this character, whether there's going to be a section that I just can't get past because without dying, because, you know, you just die constantly, but we'll see. Anyway, we're going to call it in just a second, and I'll pick up here in the next episode. But I really hope you've been enjoying this one. This is our new playthrough on the Horde side, classic journey through Azeroth as Bulltoan. Please do all those lovely social media things. Please like, comment, share, subscribe if you are new to the channel. I'd love to hear what people have to say, and I will of course see you in the next episode as we get through some more of these bristleback quillboars and experience a little bit more of what the Horde has to offer. But until then, take care, thanks for watching, and bye bye for now.